bottles of beer. Anyway, can't wait. That's what I call an aggressive war.
What's your emergency?
There's a woman.
Oh, yeah.
There's a body.
Tomatoes also.
Body,
Oh,
sir?
She's here. But not all of her. Not all of her.
Calm down, sir. Can you tell me if the woman is breathing?
She has her tail. She has no face.
I'm Ingrid Mendoza, and you're in Killer Country. This week, we're diving into the bizarre death of Maribel Diaz. Maribel dreamed of becoming a Hollywood actress, but trapped in the small seaside town of Mystic Bay, Florida, her options were limited. She'd book an occasional used car commercial or a clown at a child's birthday party, but legitimate opportunities were few and far between. Eventually, however, Maribel found a path to acting in an unexpected place, Wild Tides Water Park. There, Maribel donned a long silver tail and a shimmering tube top. 5 days a week, rain or shine, she'd swim in a massive glass tank, smiling at tourists and posing for pictures. At Wild Tides, Maribel became Miss Maribel, the magic mermaid of Mystic Bay. Then, on August 24th, 2012, everything changed. Hurricane Braden tore through Mystic Bay, destroying 65 homes, 34 Shake Shacks, and leaving at least one person missing: Maribel Diaz. Frank Wild, the longtime owner of Wild Tides Water Park, was among the last to see her alive.
She was a pretty redhead. Some say she had webbed feet. She never wanted to talk. Now, I don't like to speak ill of the dead, but she was a little cold. Snobby, you might say. When the hurricane was coming, I told her, "Hey, sweetie, you can stay with me. Because, you know, this place is a fortress. I got hurricane shutters, sandbags, the whole shebang. A bunker with a sauna, screening room, bowling alley. Yeah, regulation bowling alley, do you understand? Yeah, the real deal." Yeah, I told her. I got 2 months worth of beans. Yeah, all kinds of beans. Right? Black beans, kidney beans, pine-toed beans, lima beans, soybeans, jelly beans. Yeah, I was worried, you know, because she lived all by herself. I owned the building she lived in, and I knew it was, I knew she wouldn't have beans. But she told me she'd be okay on her own. Yeah, maybe if she just stayed at my place. You know, you wonder what might have been. But she said no, she didn't even like beans.
I spoke with Frank at his home over 3-bean salad. From where we sat on an expansive back patio festooned with marble statues of dolphins, women, and dolphin women, we could see the very top of Wild Tide's Megalodon Mega Twister. It's a massive water slide, just over 100 feet tall, that shoots park visitors into the waiting jaws of a fiberglass megalodon.
Please, this park employs half the damn town easily. We added that big slide, the friggin' orcas. It's a sight to see, especially the mermaids. And Maribel, well, she was the most popular one. You really just never think of something happening to a girl like that in a place like this. Well, except for that time when when those kids got eaten during the alligator parade. Or the time the clowns went feral. Or that time when the old got...
Behind us, something bumps. Hard. Against a glass wall.
Don't mind her. That's Cannellini. Here, girl. Come here. Come on, sweet bean.
Frank Wild, heir to the Wild Bean Company fortune, is an avowed animal lover. His home, a concrete monolith rising from the steaming marsh, includes a massive glass pyramid teeming with all sorts of aquatic marvels, including, most notably, a 6-foot albino alligator named Cannellini. He also owns a narwhal, 7 twin pythons, a wild boar, and several ostriches. Most are named after beans. Frank goes on.
I used to have a whole mess of macaws, too. But every hurricane, more of them escaped. Sometimes I still see them flying over the house. I guess they wanted to be free. Yeah, whatever that means. Anyway, she was a nice girl. Sometimes. And it's a shame what happened.
Jessa Lynn Garcia, another mermaid at Wild Tides Water Park, remembers Mirabelle a bit differently.
She was just sweet as pie. She really was. And such a pretty little thing. For a brunette? Except for the gills. She was always giving me real nice tips, about what to do with my clothes or my hair. She'd come up to me while we'd be putting our tails on and say something like, "Oh, Jessalyn, you would look so good as a blonde." Or, "Oh, Jessalyn, don't go to that Shake Shack on August 24th. I had a vision." And, she was always the second runner-up at pageants. Almost Miss Key Lime Pie. Almost the Orange Blossom Queen. Almost Ambassador to Kazakhstan. And people don't realize it, but it takes a lot of character to keep showing up after losing out over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm proud of my titles. Always will be. I don't take the honor of being the Orange Blossom Queen 6 straight years in a row lightly, but
I'm so glad you're here.
I admired Mirabelle
For the
too.
next 20 minutes,
And she
I'll
had
be
a good
guiding
heart.
you towards
She'd
seeking
volunteer
peace in
all
times
the
of
time.
chaos.
She'd perform for the
I
little
invite
old
you to
people
find
down
a
at the senior
comfortable
center.
position,
Sing that
be it
song
in
from
a
that
chair, on the
mermaid
floor,
movie,
or
I'm
on
in
a
Your
cushion.
World, or whatever it's called.
Be sure
I
to
don't
sit
know,
up
my children
straight,
only watch godly
your arms
movies.
resting
But
comfortably
she'd
on
sing
your
that.
lap.
She
Your
didn't have
arms
children, so
facing
maybe
down.
she didn't realize. Or a husband,
If you're seated
which
in
I
a
also
chair,
have.
I invite you to place both feet
Oh, and she
firmly
was a
on the ground.
perfectionist. So she'd sing that
If
same
you're seated
song
on the floor
over and over
or on a
until she got it
cushion,
right.
I encourage you to
20,
position
30
yourself in
times.
such a way
The old
that you
people would
feel
tell her she
fully
didn't have to,
grounded
that she
and
could stop
supported.
at any time, but
I'll give
she
you
was
a
happy to
few
do
more
it.
seconds
She
to
was a
find the
natural
position that's
performer.
right for you.
Oh, so gifted. I was never like that. I mean, everyone's different. Some of
Ready?
us are more into the
Let's
artistry of it all. I'm
You
a
can
Wild
close your
Tides
eyes
water park
or just
mermaid
let your
because I
vision
believe it's
gradually
important
soften.
to provide families with
Whichever is best
wholesome,
for you.
all ages entertainment at an affordable
Let's
price.
start
But
by focusing
others,
on
they like the
Now,
attention.
There may be other things
Not that
for
I'm
your
blaming
attention.
her for what
Sound.
happened. Gosh, no.
Smell.
She was a nice person.
Traffic.
She didn't deserve that.
Children.
Not at all. You just
Pets.
never think something like that would
Keyboards
happen in a
clicking.
teeny little
Footsteps
teensy
down the
weensy
hall.
town like Mystic Bay.
Hydraulic presses.
I mean, besides that time that poor boy was
hum
pushed into
and
that
drone
hydraulic
of
press.
electrical
Or
appliances.
that old man who spontaneously combusted in the Publix
If a
parking lot.
sound or a thought
But other than
should try
that,
to
you
pull
just
your
never
attention
think of
away,
bad stuff happening
it's
here.
all right.
It was so sad what happened to her.
Focus back
Of
to your
course, we
breath.
all suspected Jerry. He was weird. He followed her around
Now,
like a puppy.
Let's breathe
A
in for
weird
3
puppy.
counts.
Mirabelle's
Allowing your
disappearance
chest and
left a
belly
mark on the
to
minuscule
expand.
town of Mystic Bay, with search missions tampered by downed power lines and felled trees.
That's good.
As days turned into
Now
weeks,
hold
the
your
town's
breath for
optimism
3 counts.
began to fade. That said, losing hope is something of a custom for residents of Mystic Bay. For years,
Well done.
competing theme
Next,
parks,
please recommend
virus
the
outbreaks,
audible
daylight
sign for
savings,
6
and a
counts. Ready?
quickly shifting culture led to a downturn in park numbers.
Hey, come on now. Wild Tides is still top quality. Some of the best damn entertainment in the state. I don't care what anyone thinks, right? But the fact of the matter is, kids don't go for that anymore. Yeah, they'd rather be on their phones playing Candy Crush, Roblox Adopt Me, Leo.Fun, plop with their folks. So people stopped coming. And then, of course, that's when they found her. Or what was left of her.
What was left of Mirabelle was found
You've got
by
mail.
Jared Holt
You've
on
got
November
mail.
15th, 2012, 3 months after she went missing. That's his voice you heard in the 911 call at the top of the episode.
She has her tail. She has no face.
When Chippewa County Police arrived at the scene, they discovered a grisly sight. Mirabelle Diaz, launched in the jaws of the megalodon mega twister, her mermaid tail curled daintily beneath her on the ancient beast's
You've got mail.
glass tongue. The park's earliest
You've got mail.
attendees, a group of school children from the St. Brendan the Navigator Institute for Marine Biology, followed Jared's gaze, the park's famed mermaid staring back at them. That is, if she could have stared back. Jessalyn Garcia remembers the day vividly.
Oh, he was all cat and tonic when he first saw her. You know, like he couldn't move or blink or say a single
You've
word.
got mail.
Oh, poor thing. He just stood there, looking into the hole where her face had
You've got
been.
mail.
It was all sunk in. A pit. No offense to Mirabelle, but you know, I think it was the worst I've ever seen her look. And it was the first day since the hurricane that the park was open to the public. That's what's so sad about it. November is always a slow month. The water's cold, the sun sets early. It's peak season for the flesh-eating algae that sometimes grows on lazy river inner tubes. But we've lost so much money because of the storm that we were all just so excited for the park to open back up again. And someone had just up and shoved poor little old Mirabelle into the big old shark's mouth. How's that for taking the steak right out of your popsicle?
Now, Jessalyn had a pretty good idea of who was responsible. But first, speaking of popsicles, when's the last time you
You've got
enjoyed a
mail.
mouthful of fresh, home-cooked food? Between
You've
work
got
and
mail.
errands, there's never time to cook a proper meal. That's where Dinner Dash comes in. Dinner Dash is a weekly meal delivery service focused on fresh, organic ingredients with recipes chosen by real chefs. Best of all, Dinner Dash meals never expire. Using our secret technology, we have made eggs that last forever. Get 20% off your first Dinner Dash weekly meal kit
You've
with
got
code
mail.
KILLER20.
You've got mail.
Dinner Dash. Meals that are eternal. Back to the case. Here's Jessalyn.
You've got mail.
Now, the first thing you gotta understand about Mystic Bay is that it's a small
You've got
town.
mail.
I mean, real small. Itty bitty. So everyone knows everyone here. I went to school with Jared and Mirabelle, worked alongside them here at the park. And Jared, well, I can say this, right, because I know him. He's probably just
got
about
mail.
the worst mascot we've ever had. The only reason he kept his job was because no one
You've
else
got
wanted to
mail.
wear the costume. And I'm not saying he wanted to wear the costume. I mean, he really wanted to wear the costume. Like, really. Not in a God-honoring way.
Jared Holt had dressed as Wild Tides Water Park's
You've got
iconic
mail.
mascot, Manny the Manatee, since dropping out of Mystic Bay High School in 1999. His costume consisted of a massive suit carved in fleece and foam,
You've got
complete
mail.
with flippers, a
You've
floppy
got
headpiece,
mail.
and Manny's signature orange flip-flops. All told, the costume weighed in at a staggering 140 pounds and was said to have reached internal temperatures of up to 100 degrees, 310 Kelvin in the
You've got
searing
mail.
floor of the tank. Past Manny the Manatees
You've got
have been
mail.
recorded passing out from the extreme temperature, including one Manny who, in 1973, collapsed face first into a child's birthday cake, and another who, in 1985, became partially baked within the suit while conducting a water safety demonstration at the park's wave pool. For years, Wild Tide's water park officials could not find workers willing to put on the suit.
You've got mail.
Change the design?
You've got mail.
No. Out of the question. That Manny the Manatee suit was designed by my old daddy, Frank Wild Seed Jr. He had two dreams: to sell quality beans at affordable prices across the continental United States of America, and to make a true man-manatee hybrid he referred to as the humanity. And that damn suit,
You've got
that's
mail.
the
You've got
second
mail.
closest he ever got to me. So no, I'd never take it. If you think the suit's too heavy or too stinky or too what have you, well, that's a personal thing. Man up and manatee up. Come on, change the suit? What, are you kidding me with this?
You could smell the suit before you saw it. I'd say it was closest to... You ever have a Florida-style pizza? Well, you take a handful of
You've got
saltine
mail.
crackers and sort of
You've
spread them out
got
and
mail.
replace with spray cheese, turtle jerky, and a little bit of gas station pickle, and a sprinkling of boiled peanuts. Just leave it out for a little bitty bit, let the sunshine do its magic, and voila, you got yourself a meal. Now, it's delicious, but you'll be smelling it for about a mile, 2 miles out if the wind hits just right. I don't really eat that sort of food, personally. The Manny the Manatee suit smelled sort of like that. Like Florida-style pizza.
You've
Or
got mail.
rotten broccoli.
You've got
Despite the
mail.
suit's numerous downsides, there was one person more than willing to don it around the park. Jared Holt.
Jared, well, he strayed from the light of the Lord. I can tell you that much for nothing. Tampering with the divine design. He had a lot of off predications. He was a fuzzy.
I met with Jared Holt at the Chipko County Jail. It's a small
You've got
peach-colored
mail.
structure across from a former Sears turned
You've
Spirit
got
County.
mail.
I first learned about it online. I wasn't to draw. Kind of. Funny animals with like bazooka arms. Just funny stuff, you know? Whatever pops into my head. Like maybe I'll draw a manatee with big muscles and bazooka arms. Or maybe I'll feel more like drawing a bazooka that shoots out manatees with, really huge muscles. There's a lot of symbolism there if you think about it. Not that a lot of people think
You've
about
got
it.
mail.
I have a real respect for all
You've got mail.
sirenians. That's the term for aquatic animals like manatees and dugongs, by the way. Sirenians. Like a siren, like a mermaid. They think sailors invented mermaids because they saw manatees out in the water and fell in love with them.
I asked Jared whether his appreciation for Sirenians extended to Mirabelle. He grows quiet, sullen, and then
Upgrade
I don't think of her that way. She was pretty, sure. Long, pinkish
Corner
hair,
hit.
cross-eyed. She was a friend to me.
Corner hit.
After all, she was the one to pull me out of that pool tray.
the incident to which Jared was referring occurred in
got
June
mail.
of 2001 and has since become local legend around the
You've got
Madagascar
mail.
town of Mystic Bay. Jared Holt, then 19, had gone on break. Like many Wild Tide water park workers, fighting the miasmic heat of a June afternoon
You've
with
got
a can
mail.
of fluorescent yellow alcoholic energy drinks, he suffered
critical
less.
You've got mail.
Against park rules, he stripped off his heavy mascot suit and
Critical hit. Critical hit.
dove into
Corner
the inviting,
hit. Critical
uncolored waters
hit.
of the Wild Tide Leaf Pool. Jessa
Corner
Lynn, like
hit.
nearly everyone else in the unbelievably tiny
Corner
town of
hit.
Mystic Bay, explained every detail of what transpired that fateful
Upgrade
afternoon.
purchase.
Oh, my stars and heavens.
Welcome to today's
We're not supposed to be fraternizers with customers, but Paco's, that's the first thing. It's important to have boundaries,
You've
or
got
else
mail.
customers
You've got
will try to
mail.
get away with every little thing, from bringing corn dogs on the water.
Corner hit. Corner hit.
And then there's the fact that
Critical
Manny the
hit.
manatee should never be seen out of costume. That's the second thing. It scares the
You've
little
got
children.
mail.
Corner hit.
Man wearing nothing but swim trunks and a manatee mascot head. It's unnatural.
You've got mail.
And then, of course, there's the prophecy.
You've got mail.
Corner hit. Corner hit.
Critical hit!
When it comes to looking out for your future, do you know who to trust?
Upgrade
Invest in your
purchase.
tomorrow today with Chipco
Corner
County Bank
hit.
and Loan. With Chipco County Bank and Loan, you can rest assured your money is working as hard as you
got
are
mail.
using the power of
Corner
state-certified
hit.
central
Corner
accountants.
hit. Corner
Astrological
hit.
accounting harnesses the power of planets to grow your wealth astronomically. Log into the account
hit.
today and receive a
Corner
complimentary
hit.
framed birth chart.
You
Aries
got
in your
mail.
second house. Pisces in your
Corner
eighth.
hit!
It's
Corner hit!
Chipco
Level
County
up! Corner hit!
Even Gemini placements can look forward to financial security.
Corner
If you
hit.
use code
Corner
in 30 days, you can receive
hit.
an extra $50 cash bonus just for signing up. Chipco County Bank and Loan. We'll have you.
Prophecy, as everyone knows, foretells the return of a creature
You got
known
mail.
only as
Corner
an anomaly.
hit.
Its name cannot be uttered by human tongues, and human minds cannot conceive of its form. And the anomaly starves for the flesh of
Corner
non-believers every 130 years. Like
Corner hit! Critical hit! Critical hit!
even your kids know this, right? What happens is,
Corner hit!
you hold onto your boogie board
Corner hit!
and you heed those damn murders, Miss Ma'am. I'll tell you that much. You heed the damn
Corner
murders.
Corner hit!
Picture straight. Glance from the top of your head.
Corner hit!
I know about the prophecy.
Moving your lens.
You got
Critical
mail.
hit!
Hundreds, if not tens of people
You
go into
got
that
mail.
wave pool, and most of them come out totally fine. So, I guess, you know, I
Corner
You
hit!
got mail.
and then I got stuck in the pool.
Corner hit!
Just
And it was none other than Mirabel Diaz who saved Jared from developing the same pelvic vestige as his
Corner
own
hit.
Cyrenians.
she dove right in and pulled me out by the manatee head.
Relaxing the scalp.
Everyone else just stood by the
Corner hit!
Prophecy.
Unlock!
Let tension melt away from your temples.
Level up! Corner critical
She saved
hit!
my life.
Back to Jessalyn.
Corner hit!
Came out of that
Critical
drain
hit! Corner hit!
like that.
Critical hit!
Look, was it a good thing he didn't drown Dingle first in that cursed
Critical
pool?
hit!
He
Corner
insatiable
hit!
force that rules over you.
Corner hit!
Yes,
At ease.
and also
We continue.
no,
Softening the throat.
because the anomaly will always
Corner
get what it
hit.
wants. Always.
Critical
From
hit!
that point on, Jared and Mirabel were
Critical
said to be
hit.
inseparable.
Critical
The
hit!
beautiful
Critical
mermaid
hit!
always followed
Critical
Jessalyn
hit.
with the familiar scent of sweat.
Corner hit!
At first, it was just really that I was grateful. I mean, Mirabelle wasn't ever exactly nice to me before that. She
Corner
never so much
hit!
as looked at me.
Corner hit!
Mermaids and mascots, they don't
You
really
got
mix,
mail.
you know?
Very good.
So I
Corner
sort of helped her
hit.
around the party.
Corner
Just as a
hit.
thank you.
You got mail.
I
Got
feel
mail.
like
Got
she
mail. Got
had her
mail.
too. Steal snacks for her sometimes. She loved functions. Sometimes we played like a seal or something, and I tossed Funyuns into her mouth. Although I wanted to be the seal, she said no, she was the seal, and I couldn't have any Funyuns. Mostly we got along surprisingly great. I even drew a picture of her as a muscly manatee with a bazooka. She
You
said it was
got
dumb,
mail.
but
You got
At
mail.
this point, Jared begins to sound. As I give him a moment to compose himself, I think about the impact Mirabel Diaz had on such a medium-sized town as Mystic Bay.
Corner
What is
hit!
the goal to a town? What value does she have beyond her first runner-up sash? Beyond her radiant
Corner
style and
hit.
a gloomy blue mermaid tank? To Frank, she was a
Corner hit!
moneymaker. Perhaps not so different from the orcas and the nurse sharks.
Level
To
up!
Jessalyn, she was a rival, a wave building on the horizon.
Corner hit!
She was part savior, part
Critical
beast,
hit.
a complicated mixture
Critical
of things.
hit.
got
So
mail.
many of his drawings.
You got mail.
Jared wipes away his tears.
she said the drawing was super dumb. I think she even laughed at me. It hurt, I guess. A lot.
There's no need to
But when I went to clear out her locker,
Upgrade
she
purchase!
laughed.
Corner hit!
I
You
saw
got
it.
mail. You
It
got
was
mail.
taped to the inside of her locker. It was the only thing she had in the school.
And that changed something in Jared.
That's when I decided decided I'd define
Corner hit.
I'd be a detective. Like a dugong detective. A
Critical
siren.
hit.
A manatee on a mission. I found